Well, Georgie fans, we're back home at City Vista Decker Park, and what a momentous occasion. We're playing the reigning champions, Heidelberg United, and we want to thank our matchday sponsor, Visit Malta. From world-class football facilities to crystal clear waters and historic cities, Malta is a perfect destination for sport, culture and relaxation. Visit Malta, a Mediterranean experience like no other. Also, our matchday sponsor is Decker. The Decker Trifecta weekend is coming to Shepparton from the 1st and 2nd of August. 3 challenges, 1 goal to prove your fitness. Can you do it? Make sure you sign up. Thank you to our major sponsors and everyone else that's come on board for this season. We can't thank you enough. It's going to be a big game today and we'll need your support. Make sure you get online and support the boys and let them know wherever you're watching from around the world, and get behind it, the Georgie boys.
afternoon, football fans. Welcome to Decker Park, the home of Caroline Springs George Cross, for where we bring to you tonight your Mighty Cross take on Heidelberg right here at Decker Park. It is important that all spectators at a Football Victoria approved fixture are able to enjoy the match in a safe and comfortable environment. Accordingly, each person present at an FE fixture must respect the decision and instructions of match officials and ground marshals. You must respect the rights and dignity and worth of every person, regardless of age, gender identity and expression, sexual orientation, ability, race, colour, religion, language, politics, national or ethnic origin. You must never ridicule or scold a child for making a mistake. You must not engage in the use of violence in any form, whether it is by other spectators, team officials, including coaches or players. You must not engage in any form of verbal, physical or bullying online. You must not engage in discrimination, harassment or abuse in any form, whether lawful or otherwise, including but not limited to the use of obscene and offensive language or gestures, the incitement of hatred or violence, or partaking in indecent or racist chanting. You must respect the facilities and equipment of all clubs and venues. You must report any instances of discrimination or threatening behaviour. You must comply with FV's conditions of entries at all venues and any ticketed conditions. You must not carry, light or throw flares or missiles, including onto the field of play or at other spectators. You must not enter the field of play or its surrounds without lawful authority, and you must conduct themselves in a manner that enhances rather than injures the reputation and goodwill of Football Victoria, Football Australia and football generally. Any person who does not comply with this code, or who in the opinion of the club and or FV causes or attempts to cause, or is reasonably likely to cause a disturbance, may be evicted from the venue and banned from attending future matches held on behalf of FV. Any offender who then breaches the ban order against them may be charged with trespass and subject to further penalties and sanctions, including the possibility of further legal action. Now, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're 11 minutes away to kick off. We'll be back soon with your George Cross starting 11.
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
football fans, we've got a slight delay. 6:05 kickoff here this evening. 6:05. We'll be back shortly with your George Cross starting 11.
We good to go? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Round 9 Senol NPL Victoria match between the hosts, Caroline Springs George Cross, and the visiting Heidelberg United, coming to you live from City Vista Pavilion and Sportsfield Decker Park, all thanks to Senol NPL Victoria YouTube page. My name is Alex Sivkorowski, and joining me in the gantry is Alex Stojanovski. Welcome, Alex. How are you this evening?
Yes, thank you for having me, and I'm absolutely pumped to be here. Just able to get a car space just before I come in. It's absolutely packed to the rafters here at Decker Park Huts, and I look forward to what should be a mouth-watering clash between two giants in the league, Huts. I'm hoping to see a lot of goals too.
Let's hope so. Tonight it's 7th place George Cross on 3 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss, facing Heidelberg United in 4th place on 4 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses on 14 points. So George is 1 point behind. George Cross, though, coming into this game from their last 5, 1 win, 3 draws, 1 loss. Last week they did get a draw against Melbourne City in their first season back in the top flight after 16 years away. And most people will be surprised by their performance so far, where they're currently at.
Yeah, it has been questionable at times, Huts, but even last week, if you look at Heidelberg's performance at home against Altona Magic, disappointing to concede late. It was a 2-2 draw, and I guess the question marks defensively now will be asked in this game. Who's your prediction? Would love to hear. I'm tipping George Cross, Huts, and sure you are too.
Yeah, absolutely. The home sides are looking the favourites. The Burgers, their last 5, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. They are sort of not probably where they want to be. I mean, the last 3 games, they've had 1 loss and 2 back-to-back draws, especially last week when they conceded late, as you mentioned, against Altona. So the Hunters have become the Hunters this season, and looks like it's going to be a big match today. But special mention to Tyler James this evening, 100th game for George Cross, so it's an extra celebration for him and this club. But looking back into the history of these two teams, they've met 65 times, George Cross winning 26, drawing 16, Heidelberg winning 23. So very close between these two sides.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight one for sure. And you know, Heidelberg, when it comes to these big games, they turn up, and I'm sure Estasiadis would have had a big talk before the game about defensive frailties, addressing those in this one, because you know George Cross are going to come firing in the first 15 minutes.
Absolutely. We'll go through the lineups for George Cross. Number 4, Michael Zoutsidis. Number 5, Morgan Filer. Number 6, the captain. And the Centurion is Tyler James. Number 10, Leo Marzis. 11, Joshua Whiteley. 15, Justin Spiteri. Number 16, Daniel Cutler. Number 18, Luke Lofts. Number 23, Ross Vasiliadis. 25 is Maker. And in goals is number 40, Christian Siciliano. And for Heidelberg, number 1, Yaron Souza. Number 3 is the captain, Ben Collins. Number 4, Ryan Leflin. Number 6, Anthony Lesiotis. Number 7, Fletcher Fulton. 8, Marcus Humbert. 10, Asahi Yokokawa. 15, Choc Dow. 16, Nicholas Girate. 17, Jay McGowan. Number 18, Anthony Theo. So both teams, some slight changes. Jordan Tucker out for George Cross. Lucas Burns coming in his place. Theo coming in for O'Sullivan. So both teams have kept a pretty consistent lineup. Happy with their side despite the draws last week.
Yeah, last time out here at Decker Park, Burns came off the bench, scored against his former club. I think he's earned the start today, Utz.
Absolutely. So interesting results this weekend. We had Bentley last night snatching a 1-1 draw against Preston. Danby City winning 2-1. St Albans causing the upset of the round so far, 1-0 against Hume. Avondale winning 3-1. George Cross and Heidelberg kicking off now, and Altona and Dandy Thunder will kick off in about 15 minutes time, and then tomorrow South versus Oakley Cannon. So a lot of football yet to play, but good crowd in. We can see the pavilion's pretty much filled up. We've got a lot of Heidelberg fans who made the trip down the highway, so it'll be interesting to see. Interesting note, Eric Vasiliadis, former player of Heidelberg, and I'll bring some interesting stats for him as the game progresses. So George is playing in their red socks, red shorts, red and white strip. Heidelberg in their usual yellow top and socks and black shorts, and it'll be Heidelberg who will be getting us underway. Here's Yokokawa, sends a rugby-style clearance there as Whiteley. Collins. Oh, it's a lovely flick on there as Filer allows it to Siciliano. Just a bit of a hold-up play there as brought down. Maker coming through the middle. And Heidelberg on attack. It's Yokokawa, first chance of the game. And Siciliano makes an easy grab there.
Great work there by Heidelberg to win that high up the field and just create that bit of pressure to open up an opportunity for shooting. Again, Siciliano, very important for him to be on his toes. Arts performed well, and potentially another opportunity here for Heidelberg. Again, just questions asked early. Arts and Maker coming away with it. This is Whiteley. Play that back to Vasiliadis. Just needing to remain composed through the early stages. How early it is. You don't want to give an early goal away, Arts, and pass off that momentum to your opposition.
Yes, absolutely. Important here is Anthony Thayer right in front of the George Cross bench. Goes long, Zoutsidis. Oh, he's tried to play it off, but eventually bounces back into him, so probably not what he's expected.
And just from up here, I can still see cars circling around looking for car spaces.
It is absolutely jam-packed car park. Like I said, it's a big crowd in here with the pavilion, and right down behind us is also... In front of us, there's a big crowd in, so all eyes on this game so far. So Siciliano to bring this one back into play. Goes right down the middle. Collins off Maker, playing a different type of role, Maker. As that one goes wide to Chocked out. A little bit of a step over. Falls for Fulton. Spiteri just holding that one up. Playing in that right back role.
Fulton going full-blooded on those challenges. Arts looking to try and just press George Cross into some mistakes. You can see they've come with intent to win the ball and try their best to earn those opportunities. Heidelberg, knowing that after drawing 2-2 last week, they really want to get back up on the winning runs. George Cross as well. Also drawing last week, we know there's a bit of disappointment coming out of that one, knowing that they could have won it against Melbourne City. Just waiting for that one to be retaken from the correct spot. Long throw. Dow looking to chase down. Does get mopped up and cleared forward. Heidelberg have 3 at the back. Bit of space here. Marzies goes through the middle. It's actually made a way through. Just a bit of a hold-up play now. Give it away. Gowan goes long. Heidelberg on the break. Opportunity here for Girarte. Has space, and he goes across the goal. Asking for a corner, but it'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, big opportunity there. Girarte just needed someone in the middle of the park. John Anastasiadis just on the sidelines here saying, what was that foul? Off the ball, but fourth official might be very busy this evening. So some early warning signs there. That's from Heidelberg. They've come out of the blocks a little bit better out of the 2.
Yep, they are playing a slight higher line just to try and catch George Cross under the pump early. This is probably the right setup as Stasiadis.
Left lane with the header. There's McGowan. Maker. Decides to go crossfield to Lesiotis. Got to be careful there. Looking for a through ball. Shouts of handball. The referee plays it on as Ben Collins. Darts a ball out wide to the left-hand side. Might just be too much there for Chalkdale. So opening minutes, it's all been Heidelberg.
And they've started well, Utz, and we saw them do something similar against Altona Magic last week. They're just trying to manage their moments. I mean, we saw Chalkdale just on that far side. He did get a goal last week. Sure, he'd want to try and get one today. Bit of climbing Maker's just been speckied on it. I'm not sure how he got. He just flipped him off like it was nothing.
Trying to do a Gary Moorcroft there. Wrong sport there, but there's Dow again. Again, that left-hand side is Spiteri. Cuts it back. Chance now for the Burgers. Cross comes in. It's a good one. Maker got there first. Finally getting pushed out the way. Spiteri got to be careful here as James clears. So George Cross under the pump in the first 5 minutes here at City Vista Decker Park. So got to be careful here as Heidelberg continue to press as left lane. Yaron Souza hasn't had a lot to do so far as wants to get involved in the play to Collins. Chased by Cutler. Good work there, just getting through. Vasilian is going back to Siciliano. Ooh, took a touch there. He swings wide and just a tad too long from Cutler, and maybe Johnny A probably could have taken a better touch there. We've seen him having some beautiful footwork in his playing days.
Maybe not happy about something else. That's wasn't focused, but look, a good start from Heidelberg so far. I'm sure he'd be very happy about it.
Well, the last time these two teams did meet was all the way back in August 18th, 2013, in round 18. It was a 2-2 draw there in the return. Sorry, in the prior fixture. George Cross won 2-0 thanks to Thompson and Petrevsky. So almost 16 years since they last met, as Filer now looks to play it wide to Spiteri. Or pickpocketed there by Dow as he tries to break the lines. He's got a tricky customer, Chalkdale, still going into the middle. Sliding legs everywhere. James comes away with a rode the challenge. And eventually there will be free kick will be called.
Gives a bit of moment there just to take the sting out of the game and just regather themselves. George Cross, we did say they've been on the back foot just a bit here. So haven't really been able to find any outlet. But I know if there's going to be one player, it'll be probably Marzies. He's going to be the one player just to get out. Got the pace, got the skill to burn.
Well, he's playing against his former side, Leo Marzi, so we have a point to prove. Just got to keep it here now for a couple of minutes. George Cross as Filer goes back to Zoutsidis, who swings it wide to Whiteley. 2 to beat. He's got to utilise his pace. He can't get there in time as Theo goes back to Souza, who swings at it. Straight to Zoutsidis. Oh, he shanked that one off the shin. And I'm sure if he had his time again, he probably would have taken the touch. So once again, Anthony Theo bring it in. So it's all Heidelberg at the moment. Stodge.
Yep. Now they're starting to build, but nothing really as of yet to talk about in terms of clear opportunities as Marzi finds a bit of pace to burn, Paddock to run into. It's great defending there by Sotis. And now Heidelberg looking to regain control of the ball and look for Chokdao, who just sends a little bit of a hot dog there.
As Humbert plays it through. Good tackling in by Filer. But Anthony Lysiotis there, what a chase that was just to stop Marzi's.
Credit to Lysiotis, he's put in the hard yards there to make sure nothing of that occurs.
Plenty of space for Collins here in the middle of the park. He wanted Anthony Theo to run wide, but not on the same page. As he goes wide, he finds McGowan, cuts back into the middle, through ball. Maker got those long legs in the way, they can break now. Marzi's. Whiteley looks for the line. Collins pickpocket that to telepathic that time. Needed to be better. Maker again. Just clears it. Off the ball challenge. Referee has a look. Plays it on. So it's all Heidelberg at the moment here as James tries to get involved as Fulton goes wide. Dow. Heidelberg, everyone in their attacking half other than Souza, so pressure is on the Georgies at the moment.
Yes, and right now it's all about setting up and making sure they don't drop too deep here, George Cross, to invite themselves that pressure. It's Collins again, just finding his time on the ball and just dictating the play. That's what they're doing at the moment. Now Heidelberg, they go wide to Theo. He's cut out. As you see, he sends that one into orbit and almost hit the scoreboard.
So opening minutes here at City Vista Decker Park. It's all been the wayside with Heidelberg really amping up the pressure. Georgie's at the moment just holding on, but can they continue to hold on is another question. Brought into the box. Whiteley's got to be careful here. Oh, he's pickpocketed. Lysiotis. Players everywhere. Shouts for handball. And Filer. Probably a bit unlucky there, George Cross. The Filer somehow managed to get in the way. And that's a big let off there.
Yeah, big block there by Filer. As we just saw Humbert on the floor there, just making his time just to get up and get a breather. But again, knocking on the door of the Burgers Arts for a goal. This could be a dangerous opportunity from the corner.
It's there. Just lost it up. Headed away by Filer. Another block here. Got to be careful. Cutler. Lost sight of it as Dow gets it again. A deeper ball in. It's players everywhere. Shots are coming off. Brought down. Cleared. Filer again been busy early on. Fulton. We mistimed that. Goes back as that one gets sent wide by Theo to no one and might have just released that pressure a little bit for Georgies.
Yeah, credit to Marzi's there just to put a bit of pressure on to create that error of having to clear the ball there. And it's probably what they needed from Marzi's, just to give them the opportunity just to take a breather.
You can see there 3 yellow shirts around. They're absolutely in everything at the moment. Georgie just can't seem to get a touch of the ball as McGowan looks for the line. It's a lovely ball, good running by Theo, and it's eventually cleared by Vasiliadis.
My slight concern, Arts, about the game is George Cross now starting to sit a bit too deep in the first 15 minutes. Heidelberg are just taking control And it's just probably a matter of time before they get a clear opportunity to goal.
As Collins almost playing a right wing type as going back to left lean. Left lean in the middle of the park has got ample opportunities as Collins going short. Theo flicks it in. Zoutsidis clears it just to give his team a little bit of breathing space, and you can hear Eric Vasiliadis just saying, get out. Trying to, like you said, Arts, don't play that deep line at the back as another ball comes in. Filer battling hard, they flick it out wide. It's chocked out. Dow. Good block there by Spiteri. Slows things down a little bit. Lysiotis. Just cool, calm, collected. Anthony Lysiotis.
Yeah, he's just showing a bit of class, a bit of composure where you need it in that middle of the park. Arts says Collins now has a bit of space. He's had a couple of moments in this first 15 minutes where he's had time and space. Now Dow on the far side, looking to win a corner. Play stays. The ball stays in play. Play goes on. Burns. Yep, and he goes through the middle and just missing out his lofts he was looking for there, his intended target. Now Collins, Siotis, Dow. Better from George Cross just to try and win that ball in the middle of the park rather than in their defensive half.
Theo into the box, Maker again. Oh, he's headed it backwards, it's cleared. Chance for Dow, lays it off. They're lining up Lysiotis. Got to be careful, overlapping run. It's a low ball in, it's cleared for another corner, so dangerous times here for George Cross.
Great work there by Whiteley. Just his defensive duties at the moment having to be tested and asked about. And he's answering. He's throwing his body at everything at the moment, Utz. Another corner though. Pressure starting to build.
It's Dow. Hovering around the penalty area, so we know that's where it's going to come. Another little lofted chip in. Oh, clear header that time. And I think if he had his time again, Yokokawa probably would have just directed it down as another missed opportunity for Heidelberg. And these are the chances, if you don't take against these sides, they could come back to haunt you, because George is defensively very sound and structured in the back line.
Yeah, you're right, Arts. Something I just picked up on those last two corners. They've been lofting them in and really trying to give the runners a go at it. It is hard, though, to direct those with a bit of power and accuracy. So, something to be alert about for the George Cross defence.
Quickly taken there by Theo, but Zoutsidis sends it back to where it's come from. And Collins going back to Souza, just making sure he's still on his toes. He's probably freezing out there. Hasn't had a lot to do.
He's been following the play up, Arts. He's trying to get involved, and they haven't had to use him as much, but I'm sure his toes are warm enough if he's done a proper warm-up.
Flicked on there as Dow gets on the end of it. An offside flag is raised, so...
Yep. Has been probably, out of the two sides, you say Heidelberg have been a slightly better side. I'll just give you a quick update, Arts. I know it's 15 minutes gone in this game, but Altona Magic versus Dandy Thunder. Actually 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes for Dandy Thunder, leading 2-0 at Paisley Park.
James gets a ball out wide, but plenty of opportunities there for Fulton to go back to Souza. High ball in the air, and that one's cleared. So a chance now for Georges to just get some minutes on the ball here. They really need to. Vasiliadis straight to Collins. Another chance here for Humbert. Lovely ball out wide. Good header there from Spiteri. Is that a good battle, Spiteri and Choctaw? Neither have got the better of each other, but he's got to be careful, the youngster, Spiteri. Can't overcommit. A Siciliano again hovering around that left-hand side. Cutler just not able to get it under control. As the referee is going to call it back as Anthony Theo tries to take an extra couple of steps. Theo goes in short. That one coming off the back of the head of Nicholas Girate.
just want to correct myself. Burns is actually on the bench. So I was saying Burns before, but he's not on yet.
Zoutidis, Siciliano. Switch it to the right-hand side, but headed away there by Fulton. File sends a high ball. Collins, brings it down there. Good work by Cutler as Whiteley now can he utilise his pace. McGowan just used his body well there. Jay McGowan as they get out of trouble so easily here. Heidelberg as Maker now has to make a hard chase back. They go wide. Now brings it into the hot spots. Oh, he's had a crack at the post there.
It was Gerardo Arts.
And lucky he didn't break his leg. That was a big missed opportunity again for Heidelberg.
Yeah, and they're coming close. They're knocking on the door. I think Vasiliadis is starting to ramp up that volume as he senses his side are under the pump butts.
They are indeed. And you see Maker's playing that sort of 6 role, although him and James are swapping, so Maker playing a different role than what he's used to. So a little bit of a makeshift role with Siciliano again coming to the left-hand side of things. Collins, the Ciotas. First time touch, absolutely sublime. Is chocked out. Lovely touch now. Got to get back on his horse. Great challenge there. Zoutidis. He had to be first.
Yeah, it was a big challenge there. And just off the ball, I saw Maker and Collins going at each other. There was a bit of holding. Good to see what happens in that one, in that fair. There might be a few of those today.
Durante brings it back out as the cross comes in. Maker heads it away. Another chance here for Heidelberg. Shot comes in. Oh, it's off the post. What a chance that was. It was a brilliant hit there from Humbert. Ooh.
Same post that Giraffe just kicked before us.
Might be a lucky charm. But it's that centre of the park that Georges are really struggling with. They really need to get that under control. Maybe Maker just needs to play that stopper type role because they're really struggling as they're going for the same ball. Marzies, Cutler, Humbert comes in the way, Collins, the general, he's been fantastic. And that's the commentator's curse there as he sends it into the bench.
I'd like to see George Cross just to try and sustain a bit of pressure, Hearts. When they get the ball at the back, I want them to control and try and pass themselves around before just sending it long. This one should be kept. Zini should be playing it back here. It's fine.
Be careful here. Only problem is the high press from Heidelberg can't afford to play it out from the back too much.
You got to take your moments to be brave, Huts. Otherwise, you're going to invite yourself more and more pressure.
As I say, fortune favours the brave, and who's going to be brave enough here? As Maker flicks it on, Cutler trying to get around, and eventually is given a free kick. Probably been coming.
And Collins knows he's just trying to protest his innocence, Huts, but there was definitely arms around him. And the right decision by the referees. He's done well so far.
Hasn't had a lot to do. Chance now for Georges to really keep it in this attacking half. Souza, or they go short. Marzies. Shot comes in. And that one will... Vasiliadis just got a little bit of a flick on at the end of it, and it's going to be a throw. So they're not even keeping it in the attacking half, and that's probably what's letting them down. Is they just need to keep the pressure on here, not allow Heidelberg to get out so easily. It's easier said than done, obviously.
Of course, but the main thing here is it's a good win by TJ's, just to show a bit of intensity in the right areas, and that's what they're doing here. Marzi's nice little 1-2, lead out. Heidelberg now having to
for a couple of minutes, put the pressure back on. Playing playing almost a left back role. Goes upfield. Flag.
About halfway through the first half now, Arts, and my take of things is if Heidelberg continued his pressure, you can only imagine a goal will come soon. George Cross really needing to respond, needing to be brave.
Oh, lovely work.
This is an opportunity for Heidelberg. Cleared out, Succeedis. Collins goes for the switch. Spiteri heads out.
But we've seen it time and time again, Arts. Teams that constantly have the ball, they get a couple of chances they miss. Other team goes up the other end, puts one away, and then changes the whole dynamics as Anthony Theo got ample space. Good work by Maker. Cutler. Good blocking there. And Collins has been, a couple of times he's done that, so...
Yep, Collins.
Yeah, he's been...
He's asking for a yellow.
He's been borderline. He really... How many more actions is that going to take? I think the referee just needs to get things under control. We've seen a couple of off the incident balls, but...
One earlier with Maker, which I mentioned before, and now
here
with Cutler.
Cutler's
had a few of them, yeah. So
he's been the main culprit, so referee's going to keep a close eye on him. Zoutides switches that wide to the right-hand side. Marzis. Fulton getting in the way. Filer's got to be careful here. He goes back. Siciliano can compose himself. He's got to be careful. Oh, it was a second later and it would have been gone as Cutler again. Theo. Lesiotis. Fulton. They go wide. Chocked out. Home fans just trying to get their side across the line and give them something. Good challenge there from Maker. Marzis just needed to be a little bit better in that pocket. Lovely ball down the line. Girate gets another chance at it. Good work there from Theo. James. It's gone the other way. So 25 minutes played here at City Vista Decker Park. It's been all Heidelberg so far. Girate out wide to Theo. Got to be careful now. He goes wide. They're going. Good block there by Whiteley. And the free kick given away. Just the physicality of Heidelberg. They're sort of imposing themselves in the game physically.
It's an interesting one, Douds. They looked to take that quickly, and they weren't retreating. There was no card issue by the referee, so hopefully there's consistency on that part. Yep. If George Cross do something similar, they don't get a booking. But based on the law, there should be a booking for players.
McGowan, you can see he lifted his leg up. So again, another ball, Cutler and Collins. Spiteri going wide, finds Whiteley now. Got to get him into the game. Basiliadis, Ross, Zoutides, Filer. Ball over the top, but straight to Fulton. Lesiotis. Good work by Maker. Marzis. Oh, it's a poor ball from Marzis there as Collins now driving forward. Hard chase here by McGowan. Basiliadis gets the brakes on as they cross one in. Headed away by Filer. Falls to Dow. Theo. Going again. Great work there from Whiteley. Just slow things down again. Cross comes in. It's a good one. Headed away by Filer. And offside flag is raised.
Got a foul. I mean, pointing the other way at least, but a bit of a release for the moment for Caroline Springs George Cross Arts. And again, the differences in this half has really just been the defensive structure and the way they've come out to try and win that ball. The press has been intense. George Cross on the other end have tried to lift their work rate just a tad more. They just need to match them at the moment. They just need to match them, and they could find themselves in this match.
Theo sends it back to where it came from. James Spiteri.
Just need to compose themselves, George Cross. I know they're under the pump, but a few of those moments where they can control the game, it's going to be very important just to take a lot of pressure off the defence.
Flick on by Loss, but cleared that time by Leflin. Go out wide to Dow. Gets around, but Filer is there. He sends it forward just to give a bit of breathing space as Cutler. They go back to Souza. Ball over the top, Siciliano. Got to be careful here. And happy to see that one go over the line. Eric Vasiliadis, what action do you take over the last, almost 15 minutes of this game? Do you absorb the pressure, or do you trying to change something, or do you try to go into the halftime break as it is?
You definitely want to try to get to the halftime break as it is, Utz, at the bare minimum. But at that moment, you just need those players in the middle of the park just to work a little bit harder. Try to put some pressure on those Heidelberg defenders and deeper line midfielders, Utz, because that's where the connection is at the moment for them. You can see they're winning the ball, keeping it, but you can see the line is so easy. They're just walking straight through the middle of the ground here, and they're finding that ball out wide very easily.
They're going again. Time to take on. Good work with Vasiliadis, didn't fall for it. Out wide to Theo. Puts in a cross, it's probably a bit too deep. And that's gone out for a goal kick. Yeah, you're right. You can see that, as you mentioned just before that play, the midfield not existent at the moment because it's relying on Cutler, Lofts and Marzies as Whiteley has to drop deep. Maker's been, he looks exhausted already. He's still got 15 minutes left to go. He's been playing that box-to-box type role. So
another thing just to note, Utz, is it's all about structure when it comes to pressing. You got to press as a core unit, otherwise it break down very easily and you can easily get hit on the break. There's a lot of ball usage from Heidelberg is along the ground, and you'll see George Cross go over the top.
Lovely touch from Lesiotis. Fancies a shot. That's well wide. There's in trouble.
I'm not sure how confident he was, Utz, for a second. Siciliano just looked at that and was just like, I'm pretty sure that's going wide. From here, I wasn't too sure about that one.
Look, keepers are a different breed, as we know, but that touch from Lesiotis. And he can afford to do it because he knows there's no one in the middle. So Siciliano's done that a couple of times. He really needs to try to get in the middle of the park if he's going to go that way. High ball for Maker. And this time that Lofts, good work. Collins and Cutler.
Collins not too happy about that. Not sure what much more could have been done by the referee. It was a foul.
He's on the ground. Can't see whether it was intentional or not.
It was an accidental contact, but he's asking for more. I mean, there's nothing much the referee could have done but give the foul as the game goes on.
Cross comes in. And again, that's gone wide. That time, Girarte.
Rooted to the spot there, Siciliano. If that was on target, possibly a bottom corner, could have been a goal.
Could really be in trouble. And that's the problem is they've had a couple of those chances and you can't really allow them to do that. They've done it a couple of times. That's a beautiful ball in. Girarte knows he could have done better there to finish. It's just, they need to settle down here, George Cross. They are really rattled at the moment. Zoutsidis, he's just got to go for it. Collins happy to see that one go over the line. But this is where they've... And Anthony Theo again just trying to get a couple of extra centimetres, but he's going for yards. Good on the referee for spotting that out. Theo. Zoutsidis. And
touch.
Durante that time.
Just another update for you, Uts, at Paisley Park. The misery continues, 3-0 lead for Dandy Thunder.
Dandy Thunder coming out of the blocks this evening. Still Chiliano again. He's widely swinging a miss. His kicking has been a bit of an issue so far, Siciliano, so might need to be mindful of that going forward as Anthony Theo over the top. Zoutsidis just happy to see that one go over the line. And that's a free kick.
Yeah, it's holding. I mean, it's a bit lucky. It's a risky thing to do to try shield it out like that, Uts. But
if you're going to do that, you have to really make sure you're in front of the player, not allowing the player to come around you. I mean, he got lucky there. Durante had his hand around his neck.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah,
I mean, it's lucky really. But Uts, to sum up the first half, they've lost their C at the moment, George Cross, at most parts of it at least.
Yes, just needs someone to take the leadership pack. There's Collins, out muscles Maker, Filer, and Durante. Dow, lovely little flick on. Got to be careful here. Spiteri thought about it. Good work from Zoutsidis. He's probably been their best so far.
Now it's just a lot of stop-starts at the moment. Which is probably suiting George Cross, if I'm being completely honest. They want the game to be stop-start at this stage. Well,
if you'll take anything, you'll take the 11 minutes we've got left to go. If they can get into the halftime break like this, I think it'll be an almighty spray from Eric Vasiliadis. Just to calm down, settle things down, get some time on the ball. That's the one thing they've lacked at the moment is time on the ball. Finally going short to Siciliano. They've really... taking a risk with that. Spiteri sends it forward. Hard chase by Maker. Cleared. And it'll be a throw. Left lane not taking any chances. This is where they just need to keep it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Just keep it here. Keep the pressure on Heidelberg. Even test out Souza. I don't think he's even had a
not really. I'd say he hasn't had to do much. But I think Wiley's jogging over just to take the long throw, which is... It's probably where George Cross can cause a bit of havoc with the tall timber. There's Zoutsidis, you've got Filer, you've got Maker. And they're taller than me, Uds, and I'm 6 foot. I wouldn't be able to defend against those lads.
A chance here now for George Cross. They've really got to at least put the pressure on Heidelberg. Heidelberg's first real test here.
They did score... I know 2 weeks ago, a fortnight ago against St Albans Saints from something similar.
And they repeat it again. Throw comes in. It's cleared. Good work by Lost, but straight to Dow. They've got to be careful now, George Cross, and get numbers behind the ball. Good tackle by Whiteley. Lovely ball out wide now. And it's going to be a goal kick, so... Bit disappointing they didn't get a shot on goal, or at least a chance. Souza. Good work by James. And you can see the difference between the two keepers is Souza, his distribution has been really spot on, whereas Siciliano just slicing it a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably just pressure, Uts. I think you could easily tell it's not just Siciliano, but there's other players on the park that's feeling the heat. And Heidelberg, cold as ice, as cold as the weather right now in Melbourne, as it starts to cool in here at Decker Park. We are under 8 minutes left of normal time, as now they get an opportunity to go forward. A bit of holding there. Nuts. No intent there. I'm thinking that players from George Cross, they're asking the question, why is that not a booking?
Well, if you look at the free kick count, it's almost 5-1. So... yeah, again, very interesting. But again, he's almost tug of the back of the shirt there. Durante is Vasiliadis. Ball over the top. Cutler and Collins. Collins this time timed it well. Good work there from Loss. Maker. He's got 2 to beat, almost 3. Yokoko comes in.
Haven't seen him much in it, Arts, but the game goes on. It's quick. And this is what Heidelberg like to do.
Mars is coming back. Fulton's still going through. Still going. McGowan. Fingertip save. And it's going to be a corner. Good work by Siciliano.
Big save there by Siciliano. It was an attack. Started through the middle. It was Fulton just going for a full run through the middle, Arts, really. And now, just seeing a quick stoppage of play, just to chat. Referee to Fulton. Maybe just fixing his boot, Arts, because he probably got stamped on, I think, on the run forward there.
Maybe. You went through half to Georgie's team, so...
No bookings as of yet, Arts. We've seen the upright being tested twice so far, one by a boot and one by a ball.
It's chopped down now. Again, corner duties. This time a lot sharper and low. Also left lane, high ball in the air. Clear chance for Lesiotis. Good pressure there.
If you just watch that defensive line, Arts, when the ball comes in, it's been sent towards the back post. A lot of players are getting dragged in. As soon as that header is not cleared deep enough outside that 6 or even the 18-yard box, you can see the opportunity just falling straight to a Heidelberg player. That, unfortunately, by Lesiotis was not the effort he wanted to hit the target, but that's the chances Heidelberg are looking for.
Siciliano now going to the right of screen as we head into the 40th minute here. A lot better this time with his distribution. Spiteri. Lost. A little flick over the top. It's Marzi's now. High ball over the top. It's wide.
There's a slip or an ankle there. Souza. I think he's done something out, so he's tripped on a divot or something, because he just fell over. If you look at just have a quick look at that one. I know that Mars he probably felt a bit panicked, but he just fell over there. I'm not sure what's his feet.
His right leg just gave way. Let's just hope it's nothing too serious. It's just a slip. This is quite a little bit dewy on the ground as Spiteri clears it, but only as far as more Heidelberg players as Lesiotis, Fulton. Good work that time by Lofts.
Maybe he's in we're talking about Souza just then. Maybe it's the fact that he hasn't really been seen much in the game. He's feeling a bit cold at the moment.
Around in circles just to get the body temperature up. I think he's had 4 touches and they've all been from his own players, just making sure he's alive and well.
Yep.
It's flicked on. Collins. Filer. Happy to see that one go over the line. Wants to quickly get it going. Goes back to Siciliano. 4 minutes left to go here at City Vista Decker Park in this clash. The round 9 clash between Heidelberg and George Cross in Senol NPLM Victoria. They go back to Souza. Collins provides the coverage. He first time take. It's missed by everyone. We've got to be careful. Filer going back to Siciliano. Lesiotis again is Whiteley there.
Oh, it's a bit of a coming together.
I'm not sure if it was intentional or not, but Lesiotis just let him know. Didn't appreciate that challenge as Collins again first to the ball. It's gone the other way.
Collins just staying down for the moment, Arts. I'm sure he'll get back up in just a moment, but entertaining first 45 minutes here at Decker Park. If you are tuning in, it's been an onslaught from Heidelberg, just missing a goal really. We're saying how they've been unlucky. They've hit the upright. And they've had some excellent opportunities inside or just outside the area. Unable to punish as of yet.
Well, they've definitely been the better of the two. They probably deserve a goal as Filer clears. McGowan, Maker. Just got his legs out as Collins. And it's gone out.
I mean, I'll say the positive news, Arts, is they've got through this period, almost there anyway at least, or went through the periods where they've been really hounded under pressure. It's still 0-0. This is good. This is great signs for Vasiliadis and his men. If they can get a sucker punch before half-time, or will it hurt us, Vasiliadis?
That'll definitely blow. This is Theo. Sends a high ball in the air. Girate and Zoutsidis. And got to be careful here. Zoutsidis and Girate coming together. As Collins.
Collins needs to go.
He just needs to. Yeah,
there's no need for him to be there.
Just get out of the way. You're not required. Let the referee do what's required.
I mean, the thing is, Arts, this has been coming. The game's starting to heat up a bit. Players are getting frustrated, and the players that are frustrated right now are probably more the Caroline Springs George Cross players. There's been a lot of holding to Arts.
Yeah, there has been. It's something the referee might just need to be mindful in the second half as Collins and Zoutsidis. It's a yellow for Collins and a yellow for Zoutsidis.
Looks like the ref heard me from here, Arts.
Well, now that puts both players, both centre-backs, under the pump, because now, you know, Zoutsidis, we know he's been on yellows and he's kept his calm. Collins as well, he's got A-League experience. Do you target those two if you're an opposition? You target those two players, try to get a reaction out of them?
I'm sure Vasiliadis should be on top of those things, Arts. I mean, he knows his players are well enough to keep their head and keep their cool. I think Collins knows he's on a yellow now. He'll probably just need to restrict himself a little bit more.
There, over the ball.
Just seeing how many minutes of added time just before this free kick goes in.
That's good cross into the box. They're lining up.
Oh, tipped it over with 2 minutes of added time here at Decker Park, and Siciliano thought he was going to catch it for a second, Utz, and he's just had to tip it over for a corner. 2 minutes, plenty of time for a goal to fall in this just before the end of the first half.
We've hit the 45 as Choctail again just lofts it up. Lesiotis, good work by Cutler. Whiteley, well, it's got to be careful, Whiteley. Finally just has to send it long and just ease the pressure off as Souza looks to recover from that earlier slip, as Fulton going forward now.
Logan Fowler having an absolute blast, and who it is again.
Fulton.
Just the game's starting to fall over here, Arts, and there could be a sending off. Collins is running in again. He just needs to be careful, Collins, because he's on a yellow.
Just having a look here at the replay. There's a good challenge there. The referee's called it, and then Fowler's let him know about it, and Fletcher Fulton. And Fowler's probably sold that for more than what it's worth.
It was Girate who went down, I think, after the challenge, Arts, and I don't think he looks too happy about being in the receiving end of that one.
So no cautions given, but it is a free kick for...
There'll be a throw-in, Arts. I don't think the free kick was given there.
Oh, it's a throw-in, okay.
Yeah. Might be just seeing these final few minutes, or few moments at least, of this first half, Arts. Maker. It's cleared out by Whiteley. A good effort in this first half. Whiteley defensively has really worked hard, as we will see the end of the first half here at Decker Park, Arts. And has been Heidelberg one-way traffic for most parts, but George Cross still locking itself at 0-0 here. Referees had to deal with a few things. Some chats have been issued throughout the game. 2 cards have been also brandished.
Get your raffle tickets ready. Get your
Suzetis.
raffle tickets ready.
And for the skipper, Benjamin Collins, teams will have to go. I think more of the question will be asked from George Cross. How will they respond? Work rate will definitely need to increase. But do stay tuned. Still another cracking 45 minutes left here at Decker Park. It is George Cross 0, Heidelberg United 0.
Get your raffle tickets ready. Get your raffle tickets ready. Right, here we go. We're going to get Jordan to draw out. We've got 2 prizes here this evening. Alright, we've got 2 prizes here this evening, and our first ticket out this evening is an orange ticket. It is an orange ticket D80. Orange ticket D80. Orange ticket D80. We've got ourselves a winner of the George Cross scarf. Orange ticket D80. Paris has got us, she's won herself a George Cross scarf. All right, next ticket up this evening. All right, this one is it is a blue ticket, E98. Blue ticket, E98. Mario's already calling for a redraw. He's already, redraw. All right, blue ticket E98. That's a blue ticket E98. You've got to come down the front, down here to the fence line if you've got a blue ticket E98. Right, have we got ourselves a blue ticket E98? Blue ticket E98. Blue ticket E98 going once. Blue ticket E98 going twice. Blue ticket E98 going 3 times. All right, we're going to go to a redraw. A redraw. All right, our next ticket out this evening. All right, Jordan's down here giving it a good mix-up. Jordy, what colour we got? All right, it's another blue ticket. This time it's E26. Blue ticket E26. And we've got ourselves a winner. That is absolutely hilarious. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a winner. Blue ticket E26. We've got ourselves a winner, and that concludes our halftime raffle here at Decker Park. We'll be back as we bring you the second half right here of round 9 with it all to play for. 0-0 at the break. Let's go, Georgies!
This round 9 Senol NPL Victoria match between the hosts Caroline Springs George Cross and the visiting Heidelberg United, coming to you from City Vista Decker Park. Alex Sivkorowski and Alex Stojanovski bring you all the live action. Stodge, it's a big 45 minutes coming up for Georgies. They absorbed the pressure. They were under the pump for a good portion of that half, and now they really need to make sure that they can deliver here. Otherwise, Heidelberg are going to run over the top of them.
Yeah, kicking off here now, Luke Lofts. It's going to be a big question of how will George Cross come out in this second half. And we're under the pump. Work rates will probably question us, but more or less Heidelberg impressive. Lofts hits a shot. That one spins up in the hands comfortably. Probably the first time I've seen the likes of Souza really getting any sort of thing coming into his hands.
As left lane goes direct route through the middle. So Heidelberg is Lesiotis. Probably the best player on the pitch, Anthony Lesiotis. He really took control of that game and ensured that no one got near him as they flick it out wide. Another chance here as sliding challenge that time. Josh Whiteley having to take one for the team this evening and play his role.
It's been impressive, hasn't he, Arts? He's just been defending. He's been a workhorse. There he's again, just making it difficult for Heidelberg to really create anything down that far side. We'll get a corner, though. So this is a good chance early for Choctaw. Have been more dip or chipping these ones in, so haven't really been given these a curling. It's been more just left in the air just to try and fight for. As you can see, they're doing it again. Oh, it's just really risky as Maker has to clear it out.
He's done that a few times this evening, Choctaw. Just hasn't really given a real strong pass from the corner. Another cross comes in now. The header comes wide, and that time left lane going wide. Another chance going begging for the Burgers.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity, left lane in the right place at the right time, just unable to steer the header onto targets. It's probably the only problem that Heidelberg's had this evening, is just to hit the target when they get these opportunities, and just to test Siciliano a little bit more. Just the things to note, yellow cards issued in the first half, to both centre-back pairings, one of which was the skipper, as you see, Collins, not happy about what's happened there. And Suzidi's also the other player on a caution. Game was on a boil just before half-time. Might be simmering again in this second, Nuts.
Yeah, both coaches not happy. Both coaches thought they had a claim to their change, but again, Collins and Cutler just coming off the ball again. Collins got to be careful. He's on a yellow, but
there's got to be a check, but make it look like you're going for the ball at least. Pay us some respect. Fucking hell.
Eric Vasiliad is just voicing his concerns about his charger, which is rightly so. I mean,
push someone off the ball. He had some free kick.
So Souza just holding it up as they eventually get us underway. Left lane, going in the middle, Lysiotis. Good challenge there from Zoutsidis. They've got to be careful now. Siciliano.
Away fans just passing that ball back. Trying to get the game underway straight away. Can sense a goal. Isn't far off.
Good dummy there. Castillo threads the ball in. McGowan! It was a beautiful finish in the end. He found the space.
There's an incisive pass by Anthony Theo. And McGowan there, absolutely spectacular chip over Siciliano. I said get a shot on target. They get it, Arts, and it's in the back of the net. And that's the pressure. They're told in the first half they couldn't get it, but they now got one. Now how do the home side respond?
This is where they really need to show leadership. Someone has to step up and really not allow Heidelberg to get on a run here, because we know we've seen the first 45, they put them under to the sword and really unlucky not to get a goal or two. They've started off the second half a lot better, and now it intensifies on Georgie's. How do they cope with this?
They need to find a response, Huts. They really do. Altona Magic were able to do it last week. But you just feel Heidelberg have come out with intent today. They've just wanted it more. The press has been much higher. The work rate's been harder. And they've earned it.
It's just coming off Spiteri there. Left lane. Lesiotis.
Well, that ball over the top. Heidelberg, can they get a second? An opportunity, and Siciliano in the right place there. Exactly where he needed to be that time, Utz, to make the save. But you can sense the pressure is really telling as Fowler's given the ball away now.
Humbert should have done better there, but they've got another chance now. Humbert, G shoots. And it's a corner. And absolutely rattled again. Georgies, they really need to just calm down and just do the simple things at the moment, Utz. They're really just all over shop. And you can't afford to do that against Heidelberg, because they will take advantage of it and put you away. It's Dow, no, it'll change his mind. Humbert this time goes short to Dow. Back to Humbert.
Oh, just past everyone in the end. And very luckily, George Cross don't concede again. Just looking at the bench for George Cross, Arts, Nicholas Dibb, Callum Pickford, Aidan Mustadagundic, Lucas Burns and Ottoman Benadu. Those are the options to come off the bench, maybe to change it up for George Cross. They definitely need something in this game, Arts.
What change do you bring on? Because the midfielders have had to play defensive roles.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Jeez, it's not been their night as Marzi's now. Can he get something here? Good challenge that time from Fulton.
Probably looking at a player like Mr. Dagundic, Utz, in this game. Could make an impact, has the quality. Even Benadu.
Maker.
It's better.
James, lovely ball out wide. Marzi's. No one there is chested down easily to Souza. And they can get us underway again. McGowan puts the ball down the line to Yokokawa. Zoutidis and Siciliano. This time the slice worked. Again Collins.
Whiteley's done something
Whiteley's
there.
just maybe copped the cork there. Girate up to Dow. Dow now to take on Spiteri. Shimmies. Just showed too much of the ball. Still going Dow. Spiteri wins it back. And he's given away a free kick.
Definitely a free kick in the end. But Dow was he was driven to try and win that ball back, and he did give a foul away in the end, but I think he tried a little bit too many stopovers there. Utz probably need to go back or just whip the ball in. Keep it simple. Keep that defence under pressure. Don't put yourself under that pressure, son.
Keep going. TJ, keep them going. Come on.
Siciliano now to bring it back into play. Whiteley just overrunning it. Oh, chance now here. Girate. Georgie's under the pump once again. As you said, do they make a change? Who do they bring on? Who comes off in your eyes?
Yeah, it's probably going to have to be someone from top huts. Who's been working the hardest? Probably going to be, my guess, Cutler. That's if I'm going to have to make a decision. But again, sick of the space and time. Zutides there to save George Cross, but the outlet is where they have to look to go. And they just forced and hand back in their half and sending it long with it. 3 Heidelberg defenders versus 1 George Cross attacker.
Good work by Lofts. He managed to get it. Lofts wins the challenge there.
That's the artist. Not happy about that. He's completely out of his technical area. Surprised he's not booking it.
From what we could see, it would look like just 2 players going out as a 50-50 ball.
Yeah, but the thing is, they haven't been given those one through the game. So,
Yeah,
I mean, if the referee's been consistent, that's okay.
Zutides. Vasiliadis. Whiteley. Got James in the middle. Oh, they go back to Siciliano. Filer. Spiteri. And Fulton cuts that off. They just needed one chance. That's all you need. We're seeing Heidelberg in the second half. They got one chance. They put them away. Georgies, they need the same.
Just need to try and push that defensive structure deeper for Heidelberg. That's what the aim should be here for Vasiliadis and his men. Forcing this ball long. It's only going to suit Heidelberg. Direct football. The only thing that with direct football works is if you have the tall timber. No Maker, but he's not playing that deep role.
He's a centre-back.
He's playing more in defensive midfield today. And you can see he's kind of playing further up, but they don't really have any tall timber up there, so it's going to be difficult.
Good work of Spiteri, out jumping Dow. Zutides.
Nothing there. Play goes on, and it's 2! Heidelberg! And guess who, Arts? We're going again! Heidelberg again with the efforts, and they're 2-0 up here at Decker Park.
It was absolute calamity in the back line. And McGowan just picked his spot.
He's been exceptional today. Pressure. His just attitude to go when he's had to be asked. He's got 2 today and he's deserved both of them.
We said how important it was for Georgies to respond, and that's not the response they wanted. And now Heidelberg 2-0 up, and the floodgates could open, and I think it might cause to make a change here. Just trying to see who looks like to come on.
Just want to say one thing, Arts, before Chuck Dow deserves credits. He's worked hard down this left-hand side in this second half. Those hard efforts have paid off. Here he is again.
Yokokawa, lovely ball down the line. Zutides. He could be in trouble here.
And it's going to go from bad to worse as Zutides now is going to get a second yellow card. And he's off.
He's not even waiting for it.
Vasiliadis was about to make changes, and now he's probably going to have to put another player into defence, or maybe Maker will have to drop in, I guess. But, I mean, Maker just looked over to the bench and he goes, yeah, all right, I'll slot myself in here then. It's just not the evening for George Cross, Arts.
Absolutely. It could be about to get worse here. They're down a player for a good half an hour. We knew that's a dangerous line. You send it back as soon as they get a yellow carded. You have to really toe the line. You have to really make sure every challenge is spot on. But that was, yeah, I mean, we can say it was a silly challenge. It wasn't required, and now it just puts Heidelberg in the box seat. And if Georgies don't control things, this could be a big drubbing for them.
Could be.
It's Lesiotis. He fancies himself off the post. He was about an inch or two to the right-hand side, and he could have made it 3.
It's probably another question I'll pose to Vasiliadis after the game. It's about whether or not he was tempted to sub off to Zidis, who's already on a yellow. You don't, it's one of those ones where you run the risk with your centre back being on a yellow. Now, do they respond? People will probably say it's a miracle right now if they can get something from the game.
Yokokawa brings it down. Lovely ball up. Girate, he probably could have finished there and had his hat-trick wrapped up.
Swing and a miss there from Girate.
It'll be a throw here for George Cross. And that just sums up their evening, that the simple 1%ers just haven't been there all night.
Would you say this is more of an uncharacteristic performance tonight?
Absolutely. I think they'll look back at this and think they had their time again. Maybe they would have done things differently, but you can't take back time. You can only look forward, and what they do here on from now is how they'll be judged for the remainder of the game. If they down tools, it's pretty much our class. If they can at least put a fight back, at least keep it at 2-0 or even 2-1, the pressure's back on Heidelberg. But they just don't even look like scoring. I don't think they've had a shot on goal in the first half, and the second half, I mean, Souza is probably getting stiff from not to, hasn't even touched the ball.
Yeah, and they're doing really well at Heidelberg just to keep the ball moving and just have the defensive shape being tested again as that
Another
one goes in
ball
behind. That's a late flag there.
A late call there, very late.
Saving the blushes of George Cross from a third. So it's one of those ones that's where you're right, floodgates very much could open, but you are going to see changes.
Who comes off will be interesting. It's Nicholas Dibb that's coming on. And number 23, Ross Vasiliadis, coming off.
Been a tough game.
Too late, do you think?
I don't know. To be honest, I would have liked to see changes at halftime. They needed it, in my opinion. But look, I don't know what's happening.
23.
Well, they're changing.
Off, but it's Luke Lofts. So apologies
Lofts.
there. 23 came up. It's Luke Lofts who gives way. Ross Vasiliadis is still on. Apologies there, but the third official had 23 on. So
yeah, the fourth official definitely had the 23 announced. So I think it might have been a mistake. So it happens. It happens.
Happens to the best of us. Says Siciliano now to bring it back into play. A big half an hour of football.
If you're a Heidelberg fan right now and you're sitting at home under your blankets drinking a nice warm cuppa, you'd be enjoying this. George Cross fans, agony. But don't turn off that set yet, Utz. Could be finding a bit of fight from George Cross. We really want to see it. There's plenty of time in this game.
2-0 is a dangerous score, and we've seen teams who have that extra man advantage not really, work it to their advantage. So you just feel like if Georgies get one, it's probably get that, momentum back in their way. But again, like we've said, I don't think they've had a shot. Souza, he probably wants that cup of tea that you mentioned, as Fulton now cutting through the middle of the park. It's just they're attacking in packs now as Lesiotis, Humbert. They clear it up the field.
Could be a George Cross throw-in, it is. Just we're talking about being down to 10 men. see something just recently where Manchester United played Leeds, where Leeds were 2-0 up, and the red card actually suited Manchester United. They were almost able to come from 2 goals down to get something from that game, Utz. You'd love to see George Cross do something here similar.
Well, if you're a Georgie fan, you definitely hope so, but again, a bit of passage of play here.
Beach.
It's a lovely ball over the top, but Souza finally gets a touch. He's waited almost 10 minutes for his first touch there.
I think besides that early deflection that went into his arms, he hasn't had to do much in the second half. So it's funny how 1 week can change very quickly.
Well, Georgies have Albion Rovers on Tuesday, and then Altona Magic back here on Saturday night, so Zoutides will miss 1 match at this stage, while Heidelberg have Avondale, and then they play Yarraville on the following Tuesday away, so this is a big moment for both these teams. There's left lane Collins. Souza finally getting some more touches, trying to keep warm. And first real mistake Heidelberg have made, you feel like, in the game.
Yeah, just the one thing that you go 2 goals up and you start to settle. That's not what you want to see. They haven't had to use any subs yet, Utz, and I wonder when they will introduce a substitute, because that one's a foul. This is where George Cross may try to cause issues and havoc. Got the tall timber. I know they've lost one of them, but they've got Maker.
Well, they've got to test Souza at least put something to him, you know. He's, like I said, I don't think he's faced a shot yet. This
is where George Cross know if they can get one really high quality delivery in there.
Just one chance. That's all they need. All teams need a one chance. If they can put it in the back of the net, it'll change the dynamics of the game. It's Vasiliadis. Lost one in. It's a good ball, but Souza punches it away. James out wide. Another high ball into the box.
Come on, jump, come on. Watch it there.
Whiteley, watch that over the line. Looking to bring it back into play. Goes to James. Siciliano. Dow. Good work by James, cuts it off. Looks to go over the top, but Fulton will be happy to see that one go over the line.
We're just talking about being brave earlier, Utz, and really George Cross can't continue to go back in moments where they know they need to find a goal. So it's only going to invite Heidelberg to push out and clear their lines much easier. So throw in, brought in.
Lysiotis. Humbert. Girate. Filer, good work there. Filer kept going. Good run here. Can they make something of it? Just slipped at the last second there. Got to be careful now and get back into position. Yokokawa, lovely touch. Good work by Filer. Siciliano. Straight to the opposition again. His distribution tonight has been off, that's for sure.
Hasn't had much of any effectiveness going with those long balls. George Cross, and again, flag is going up for offside. The ball gets kicked after the whistle.
Very late as well, I might add.
Yeah. Some refs don't like it when you blow your whistle and you go kick the ball. But, nonetheless, flags up, but it's 2-0 score here at Decker Park, and you just feel time will tick very, very quickly. If you're George Cross, really need to step it up. This is the moment. Free kick is given away.
Just feels like since that red card, I don't know, it's worked in George Cross's favour a little bit. They've had more time on the ball. They haven't allowed Heidelberg to really dictate the play as much as they were in the first 45 and up until that red card. So it's changed a little bit.
Work rate's changed. That's the difference.
You put it into the hot spot.
Look at the work rate here now by George Cross. They're looking to win it back. This is much better. Marzi's just under pressure, chocked out, trying to win that ball. Gives a bit of a push, but he does well, Marzi's, to get the throw in. This is the approach you want to see, Arts. You want to see them trying to get something out of it. That's the right way.
Again, going back.
Not sure how much chocked out meant to just play that backwards, but no one there for George Cross to really pinch that ball. Just happy to bring it really slow here. So as it goes down the line, Dow would have been onto it if it stayed in play. Only seen one change really, Utz, and a red card pretty much forced it, I'd say, but
Left lane as Humbert gets around his marker now. Theo puts a ball into the middle. Shot comes in. And McGowan again. He wants his hat-trick.
He's hat-trick hunting right now. And if anything, he will be hat-trick getting if it continues like this. Can't give McGowan that space. He's just been afforded it before, and he scored 2 just from doing that.
I'm not sure what happened there. A bit of a mix-up.
Yeah. Well, the assumption there by Girarte was that he thought the goal kick was taken already. So that wasn't the case.
Lesiotis.
Almost a bit short.
Oh, it's a lovely ball, but just went the other way. Interesting from John Anastasiadis. He hasn't taken off Ben Collins as we just hold to that forward as left lean. Well, there was a clean challenge there. I don't think there was anything involved in that one. As Otman Benedou looks like to come on, and Aiden Musadetganic coming off will be number 11, Josh Whiteley.
Number 11, Josh Whiteley. Coming on, number 17, Aiden Mustaganic.
And then we're sure that's 23 there. It's Ross Vasiliadis eventually coming off.
Coming on, number 27, Oppen Bernardo.
Bernardo there. 2 more changes now for George Cross. Trying to get themselves some sort of momentum. Nice work there by Filer. Is it long?
Getting back to my point, Ben Collins, why wouldn't you take him off? He's on a yellow. You've got Avondale coming up. It's not like you've got that cup game, this Tuesday. Why risk a yellow for him, do you think?
That's probably just has so much trust in him to not get it. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. That ball over the top. Juliana happy to recover, but yeah, I mean, you got a point. I mean, there's no point to risk getting a second yellow, but I mean, if you're confident that's the case, so be it. So game still.
And that's a poor ball there from Gibb.
Gibb just needs a bit of quality there. It's composure as well, as Marzi's now goes central. Opportunity made Beckham. Marzi's.
He could have taken that on a little bit more.
Yep.
James. Maker. Got those long legs. Good cross into the middle. Falls. And he's offside.
Interested to see who was given the offside. I couldn't tell in that instant. into almost the last 15 minutes of normal time. To the 75th minute now at Decker Park.
Souza. Got a direct route. Got to be careful now. Siciliano. So Danagic. Flicks it over the top, but just all yellow shirts around. Fulton. Lovely through ball, but Siciliano gets there first and clears it to safety. Sort of, do you feel like Georges have come into the game, or do you feel like Heidelberg have just taken their foot off the pedal a little bit?
Yeah, you'd say they're probably taking a bit of... Yeah, their foot's probably still on it, but not as heavily as they were in the first 45, and I'd say after they got the second goal. There's been glimpses of it, but yeah, I mean, definitely the red card's taken the sting out of the game a bit, Utz, and more or less now, if George Cross get a goal, I'm be surprised if you see some substitutes from Heidelberg. I mean, they haven't really created anything as of yet, but it's just one of those games where, you know, the 2-0 is a dangerous scoreline. If you switch off at any moment, especially in the Senol NPL Victoria men's division, you can get punished very quickly. Fulton. Yeah, sorry, that's Fulton. Goes to Dow, gets it back, and now Heidelberg. Can they try and find a way for a third? Maker does well to clear. Fulton gets it back, and so does Dow. Through the middle. There's a chance here for 3. There's Siciliano there, making a save with his feet. A clear opportunity for a third. Great save.
Yeah, big save there from Siciliano. He had to stand tall. He's just got to make every effort here to keep it at this scoreline.
I've been really impressed tonight on Heidelberg. They've really bounced back after a couple of questionable displays over the last 2 weeks. Really showed themselves tonight. The class is really showing. No one comes through the middle. Heavy touch. Fulton under pressure. Stays in play. Will be shielded out. Will stays in. Oh, what a save by Siciliano. Again, 2 unbelievable stops to keep this game at a respectable scoreline. Could have been 4-0.
Girate. Dow. It's Dow.
The only thing missing from his performance is definitely a goal. Make up.
Well, if Heidelberg can play like this every week, they'll definitely be, again, considered a top team as a cross comes in, but really it's no one there. It's more of a hope than a prayer. As long ball over the top. Siciliano comes out as high ball.
Oh, gee. You know, it's one of those ones, that's when you see the ball bounce as a defender, you've been told not to let it bounce generally, but that one we'll say was well controlled probably.
Spiteri going back to Filer.
I think I also sense it too. Heidelberg have stopped pressing a little bit. They've kind of sat back, and it's probably invited George Cross. Not that they have had as many opportunities, obviously, by it, but chance now for Heidelberg to come forward. Chokdao going for a bit of a run, and he was offside. He's kicked the ball away.
Yeah, they have, and that's the thing I was about to mention is Heidelberg have stepped off a little bit, but Georges are going all the way back and just allowing him when they should be going forward, you feel.
Yeah.
Just like Spiteri needs a bit of assistance. He gets around Yokokawa, still going. And it's gone the other way. As we head into the final 11 minutes. Hasn't been a lot of stoppage time here. And if it stays this way, Heidelberg will get back to a big win. And Georges suffer their second loss of the season, their first at home.
Yep.
James still got plenty of time. We've seen Altona Magic last week scoring the final kick of the game yesterday. Bentley drawing with Preston, so stranger things can happen.
Yep. They have.
Ganzic, can he find something here? They need a cross from him. It's low. Collins meets it first time and clears. Maker. Filer. Out wide to Spiteri. Lovely ball in Dib now. She needs someone to run on the end of it. Lovely ball out wide. Spiteri, can he get across in? Compose himself. It's a good ball into the box. First chance was there, but maybe should have left it for Cutler. But Marzis just didn't have enough power behind it.
Yep, we're about to see a triple change from Burgers. Hudson, I was just going to say as well, if you were just joining and tuning into the stream, you wouldn't probably tell that Georges are down to 10 men, obviously, if you got the red card showing on top of the scoreboard. But it's almost given away there. You definitely said it before. Heidelberg have stepped off. They've allowed a bit of confidence here now for George Cross.
They've got time. They just need one. As we say, teams just need one chance. As Heidelberg look to make a triple substitution with Becerro, Lee and Ruffy to come on. So, he's kept it in. Yokokawa now. Offside flag raised again. That's probably been their one downfall this evening, the offside. The Georgie's trap has worked. If it hasn't, they probably could have been at least a couple more goals up. As the substitutions now will come off, Max Becerro, Joseph Lee and Akil Rafi to come on. Coming off is number 17, the goal scorer Jay McGowan. Number 15, Choc Dow, has done his job this evening. And number 18, Anthony Theo. So John Anastasiadis made the changes now and just needs his side to bring it home. And in another game, Altona Magic have clawed one back there, so a big mountain to climb for them, as it is a big mountain here, under 8 minutes left to go.
Maker needing some attention as well.
And he's been probably their best player, I feel.
Yeah, he's been in the walls today. He's had to be up the field, now in centre back, so it's been an interesting evening, should I say, for Maker. So it gives a few moments for both teams to just have a chat.
Georges will look to make a double change. Lucas Burns, and I think the other one is Callum Pickford.
We'll see some added time, of course, added at the end of the 90.
And it's going to be Maker. That comes off. And Daniel Cutler as well. Cutler just had to battle all evening. So Georgie's making that double change.
He's worked hard.
As Siciliano, it's a poor distribution here. Spiteri's got to make sure he gets there first. Yokokawa. And it's going to be a free kick. 6 minutes left to go here at City Vista Decker Park.
surely those few moments I had a moment to discuss, not to take the foot off the pedal there. Heidelberg, I know they're leading by 2-0, but the last, I'd say, 10 or so minutes, they've been given slight confidence to George Cross just to play out and come forward and push the line a little bit deeper.
Yeah, they'll have to assess where they're at. I mean, they are playing the reigning champions. They were, as we said, they beat 3 A-League teams in their Australia Cup run, so that's another poor turnover now. It's Lysiotis. Can he wrap it up? He squares it. They're lining up, and that'll be 3. And that'll seal all 3 points for Heidelberg.
Look like Girarte there, who cashed in on the pass, was given away, picked up by Lysiotis, who cut it back. And he's your man, Girarte, who does get himself a goal. Three goals to nil here at Decker Park. And that one sews it all up here for the Burgers, as they've got 3, about to claim 3 points. 5, so just under 5 minutes here left of normal time. Maybe Mr. Stardust might actually consider making some more changes.
Well, that's sealed all 3 points for Heidelberg. They get back to winning ways. Georges will just have to recoup, turn their attention to Albion Rovers and then the Magic on the weekend. But Heidelberg now, especially with Avondale winning earlier on this afternoon, they go forward again. Pacetto now. They are lining up now. Girarte, a little flick on. It's Pacetto. Can he get it under control? They're falling over themselves to stop the ball. Desperate defending.
It's a beautiful challenge in the end. And George Crossno. The results on the wall. That's 3 points will be going Heidelberg's way. It's only a matter of time now. We have about 3 minutes of normal time. The flag should go up if Girarte gets onto that, or just go for a throw-in. I mean, you look back at the first half, questions will be asked about work rate. Heidelberg were wanting it more. They were coming out. The line was higher. They just weren't able to get out of their half, George Cross. Same thing happened in the second half. And within the first 5 so minutes, they got their just rewards, really.
Probably Heidelberg will look back and think the scoreline should have read maybe 5-6, to be honest. They had plenty of clear-cut chances. They really, the offside flag is raised. And the substitution, number 21, will be Ethan Sardellis. And number 5, Gideon Arock.
You get your man, Collins. The one you wanted the sub for, Utz, he's getting his rest, and he's not going to get sent off here. Just passing the captain's armband across to his teammate in Souza, who, luckily for him, gets to warm up his fingertips.
I think he'll be the one that deserves the hot shower. He's been absolutely... has nothing to do all evening. You can't blame him. His defenders have done a rock-solid job. Lysiotis has been everywhere. And then you got McGowan, who scored a double. They've all worked, like you said, that immense pressure in the first 45 was the difference between the two. You just could see that it was only a matter of time before they were broken down, and they, straight after half-time, they got that early goal, and then it was just all Heidelberg from there as they push on, wanting to get another goal here as Filer clears to the line, waiting for the 4th official to see how many minutes. We're into the 89th minute now.
Yep, and again, that's 3 points today. Puts Heidelberg onto 17 points, 1 point behind South Melbourne, who are yet to play. They do play Oakley Cannons.
Georgie's staying in 7th, but the good news for them is none of the teams below them can jump them. So probably the one positive out of that game, which I don't think Eric Vasiliadis probably even slightly interested in. He knows that tonight was a big opportunity for them and just haven't delivered as Mars is. Burns. As the 4th official looks to put up how many minutes in this second half?
I guess 4. Let's just have a look.
2 minutes, probably fair. Not much has happened.
Fair. I thought maybe there was a bit more than 2 minutes, but
I think for Georgies, they'll be happy with 2 or less, and the fact that they got fair. 2, probably not happy with that. But credit is due. Credit needs to be given, and Heidelberg were far superior tonight.
Yeah. I just thought the maker went down and had a couple of stoppages there, and obviously with the subs, maybe 3 or 4, but 2's probably one of those ones where they thought maybe the right decision, considering the game is, I would say, done for now. 3 goals to nil. Makes sense, I guess.
What do Georgies take out of tonight's game? Can they take anything? Maybe it's a good reality check to see where they're at, do you think? Or
yeah, it's a benchmark, I'd say. You look at this game and you think to yourself, well, Heidelberg set the benchmark in this game, really, and you know where it's at now. So are you willing to put yourself to the test to go and push for that? Are you willing to set your work rates higher so you can now compete at that level? These are the questions that will be asked at training, and it'll be asked when they are playing in their next couple of matches to see if they can, go out there and do that. I'd say, another thing you need to ask is, I guess, you look at the red card from Tsutsudis and question marks on experience. Experienced players need to understand, you can't dive in and send your boys down to 10 men there.
Yeah, like you said, the difference between the two, Collins was also on a yellow. We'll get back to this as Lesiotis, little thing over the top, brought down, but this Collins on a yellow, composed himself, and there it is, the full-time whistle sounds here at City Vista Decker Park, and it is Heidelberg take this one out 3-0 thanks to 2 goals from Jay McGowan, and then Nicholas Chirate wrapped up all 3 points. Tough night for George Cross, I'll learn from that, but it was a brilliant performance from Heidelberg. Talk us through it.
Now, it was from start to finish, polished performance, and they set the benchmark, as we said. Heidelberg, for a reason, they were able to compete and make themselves known around the country, especially in the Hans Australia Cup. They did it here tonight. They were just too good for the George Cross Football Club. Chirate chipping in at the end. Gowan gets 2 tonight. He's on a run of goals. No one can stop Heidelberg, and really, that's all you can really say. We'll leave it at that here at Decker Park. It is George Cross 0, Heidelberg United 3.
Thank you for watching this round 9 Senol NPLM Victoria match. On behalf of the team here, myself, Alex Sivkarowski and Alex Sojanovsky, thank you all. Altona Magic and Dandy Thunder still playing, and then tomorrow it is South Melbourne versus Oakley.
Massive round of applause for our captain, our number 6, Tyler James, on his 100 games at George Cross this week.